Hello world, thanks for joining me today. My name's Clayton James, and today I just wrapped up day 11 of my 90 days whole foods, plant-based fitness journey. And today I wanted to make a video talking about my workouts. And a little bit more specific than that, I wanted to talk about workout regimens and so I'm doing this 90-day challenge, and I've tailored my workouts around what my fitness goals are. And so for me, my fitness goals, I love to go hiking and backpacking, and I hadn't done it in a while, about 6 months ago. And so it was like the first time I'd gone in-country backpacking in like a couple of years. And I made it like half a mile up the mountain, and I was just totally exhausted, and that first day was really rough. And not only that, but the next day was just terrible. I woke up the next morning and every part of me was so sore, especially like my traps and my shoulders and my back and my calves, especially all of those. So I wanted to not ever have to experience that again. I wanted to be stronger and have more endurance, so when I do go camping and hiking, I can hike longer and not be as worn out and enjoy the experience more. I love going hiking and camping, but when I'm doing it while I am completely exhausted and carrying a 40 gallon pack, 40 liter pack, it's not that much fun. So anyways, the workouts that I built for myself all I centered them around the three main heavy lifting exercises, which are the bench press, deadlift, and the squat. Any kind of variation of, I think in my mind of how I can train my body, I imagine what kind of scenarios I'm going to be encountering when I'm going hiking, and try and train my muscles in preparation for that. So it really, you really got to tailor it. I can give anybody advice on, what works for me to, on how I work out, but really the way that I work out is not necessarily going to be the best way for you to work out. And so that's really what I wanted to dive into talking about here today, was getting a clear definition of what your health and fitness goals are. What are your whys? What are your reasons why for wanting to get in shape or exercise or eat whole foods plant-based? Or what do you envision? What is the long-term goal or visions that you have for yourself? And so for me, it was obviously I wanted to get better at being able to backpack and go hiking, but I also wanted to have more energy and physically, look better, feel better, have more confidence, and be more energized and more focused. And I just kind of saw me exercising and switching to a whole foods plant-based lifestyle is kind of just upgrading or leveling up every area of my life. I just felt like it would bring more harmony and balance and raise my overall vibration by doing that. So I think that's, if you're just starting out on your fitness journey, I think that would be a really good thing to do. It's what I did. I sat down and I wrote down on a piece of paper what my fitness goals are, and then I wrote out the reasons why. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because it will help you make more of a concrete decision to stick with, what your plan is. And it's something that you can go back and review on those days that you're, trudging through it or wanting to give up or feeling like it's not working for you, or, it's just a little positive reinforcement. And I think if you have that in mind, and if you stay going back to those goals, I have some real big goals that I have for my life, and I have them written down on a piece of paper, in fact, that I'd like to accomplish in the next 9 years. And every morning, right when I wake up, and every evening, right before I go to bed, I read that list off to myself, and I read it in a way as if it's already happened. I wrote everything in past tense as if I'd already accomplished it, and I am expressing gratitude and thanks for already having achieved it. That is an incredible learning technique that I've learned on how to manifest the things that you really want in your life and the big goals that you have, to imagine them as if they have already occurred in your life, that you're already living that existence, because you are creating your reality. So, get a clear definition of what your goals are, because anything that you go into half-hearted, especially something as big as like changing your diet, like this Whole Foods plant-based, it's a lifestyle, it's not just a diet. I mean, it can be used as a diet and you can go back to, eating unhealthily and get the same results that you were getting. And I've done that before several times, bounced back and forth, and finally just, made a decision and went all in with it. But there were some really clear, defined reasons why I decided to go all in and make this a lifestyle for myself. And so finding your reasons why, I think, is a really important thing. One of the first things that you should do along your journey to increasing your health and your well-being and living your best life. Like, when you find your reason why, you want there to be an emotional connection with it. Like with the books that I've read and the things that I've learned, plus the own personal experiences that I've had, the real big changes happen when there's an emotional connection made with the goal that you're trying to accomplish, or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in your life. When you make the reason an emotional reason for you, like if it has to be deep down in your core. Like for me, I think, like I said, I teetered back and forth between the Whole Foods plant-based lifestyle for a while, for a couple of years before I decided to go all in. And I think for me, like the straw that, well, I wouldn't say the straw that broke the camel's back, but like the decision that finally led me, is like the last decision that led me on my journey of making the decision to go all in. And it was a documentary that I watched, and I watched it a few times prior to, over the years, called Forks Over Knives. And they were talking about all of these diseases that processed foods and animal products cause, and how they can all be reversed, completely reversed within a matter of months by switching to a Whole Foods plant-based diet and removing all of that, from removing processed foods and the dairy and the meats and all of that. And it struck a chord with me because my grandfather and my father both have cancer at the moment. Well, my grandfather, he had the cancer cells removed, and so hopefully they don't come back, and thank God for that. And my father is awaiting surgery, but he has kidney cancer and it's moved into his bones, and I'm not sure what the cause of it is, but I know that there is so much unequivocal scientific data pointing to a Whole Foods plant-based lifestyle just being an overall increase in health and well-being in the entire population. I mean, this could, if everybody in the world just started eating Whole Foods plant-based, could you imagine how much more amazing the world would be? I mean, I think that would solve a lot of the problems that are going on, certainly a lot of the diseases that are going on. I absolutely am certain about that. And so for me, it was that, like, I decided that now I have the awareness of this, I have the knowledge, and if any decision that I make going forward is gonna be me deciding to basically put poison in my body, is how I view it, because I see it as, and I know it's an accumulation over time, you have to eat a lot of different things, and there's a lot of factors that go into it, but that was kind of like my choice point. I made that decision that I wanted to focus on good, positive ways to raise my vibration, expand my consciousness, increase my health and well-being. And when I got the information that these things are harmful, and not all at once, but over time can do a lot of serious damage, and there are things that are much more beneficial that you can put in your body to fuel your body, because that's what we're doing. That's why we eat food. Aside from how good it tastes, we're using food to fuel our bodies, and I didn't get a lot of education about that when I was growing up. Certainly didn't in school. And so making the decision to go whole foods plant-based, it was just, you know, I wanted to be honest with myself. And so like I made an emotional connection with that if I keep doing this, I'm gonna feel bad because I know it's not good for me. I've decided that it's not good for me, and so it's not. And ever since I made that decision, like the cravings have gone away, you know, like I feel happy and confident and assured and positive about the positive beneficial changes that are occurring in my life. And that's where you have to get for the change to stick. You know, it has to be something that you emotionally connect with. So find your why and then establish an emotional connection to make that a reality in your life. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you like the content that I'm putting out. And if you do, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can find out whenever I have a new video coming out. I will be posting a new video every day for the next 78 days of this challenge. And every day, in every way, everything for us gets better and better.